What is good, Straw Hat Crew? Welcome back to another video. You already know, it's a banger. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alrighty, and for today we have why kids are so violent now. I just thought it was a pretty interesting title, and I was like, are kids really that violent nowadays? Are kids just knocking each other out? Shit. So I thought it was a good little topic for us to get into. So let's go ahead and jump into the video, yeah?
Do you guys remember last year when Gen Alpha kids were being ridiculed to the moon? Teachers were saying they couldn't read, they couldn't write, and all they do was sit and watch brain rot like CoComelon, play Roblox, and genuinely dopamine max while they sit and scroll on their iPad and their tablet while watching.
I will say, like, young kids, like 9, 8, 10, like younger kids, bro. No, those niggas are addicted to their devices. Addicted. Like, no. You take their fucking phone away from them, and it's like you took their fucking lungs. It's like you took their ability to be able to breathe. They start hyperventilating, and they start acting like they just fucking lost their, like, a part of their body. They're over there. I'm like, what the fuck? If y'all go sit down somewhere, I'm like, man, watch out.
Their TV at the same time. Last year they were watching Subway Surfers frying their brains, and now this year the memes are replaced with 6, 7, and Tung Sohor. So basically, we're not getting any better, okay? And on top of that, I would honestly say it's getting worse, bro. Nowadays, Gen Alpha kids are getting to that point where they're strong enough to start bullying their own parents. At times they hit their parents, and now they're even costing them hefty fines and fees, like replacing TVs when they crash out on games. And this is really significant because it shows how violent this new generation is becoming, bro.
Crashed out for the last time. No
Damn.
more Roblox.
I'm gonna give you my phone on my favorite brain rod.
I don't even know what brain.
Hey, this little nigga said it wasn't even my fault. He stole my favorite brain rod, man. I was playing to steal a brain rod, and this nigga came over here and robbed me. I can't keep doing this shit, pops. Hey, that little nigga was high.
Brain rod is. Huh?
My guy crashed out over steal a brain rod, bro. If you don't know what steal a brain rod is, it's just a Roblox game. The most dumb thing ever. Not something to get this mad over. And definitely
stupidest shit in the world, bro. Literally, he could have loaded back in 2 games later and found somebody else's brain rod to steal, bro.
Not something to break a $1,000 TV, bro. If my kid breaks a $1,000 TV, it would take all the hands in the world to grab me, pull me away from putting my hand. I'm just kidding. You know, that is abuse. Either way, though, I'm not gonna lie. What I would do, bro, if my kid did this, he would have to clean dishes. Dude.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. My kid did this. I'm not playing with niggas. Hey, that's it. Dude, controller through TV? No, you gotta get that. You gotta get that.
Chores, work a job or something. I don't care if you're 12 years old. You're doing child labor. You're working in the machine factories in order to replace my goddamn 25-inch flat screen TV, bro. Look at the way he threw the controller in there. It's so bad that it left a dent, a mark, a fossil over Roblox. And this lady right here in the comment section said it best. Brain rot is the devil. I just can't prove it yet. Hey, I can prove it to you, okay? They probably have devil games in them Roblox, bro. And watch, they actually probably do. I'm gonna have my editor put it on the freaking screen. Yo, put it on the screen, bro. And the thing is, I know some of y'all will say, oh yeah, toddlers, kids will have, you know, bad temper, bad tantrums, you know, they don't know how to control their behavior, blah, 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 right? But it's not just those youngins, the Gen Alpha that are like, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old. It's the ones who are teenagers now, bro. 13-year-old daughter crashes out after I take her cell phone.
Do you even feel bad?
Your tailgate, no. Getting another phone anyway, so.
Wait, okay, you didn't take her cell phone.
I'm getting another phone anyway, so, like, I don't really give a fuck. Mom's getting me a new one.
Phone, you freaking destroyed it, damn, bro.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
How are you gonna get it?
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would crash out too if I still had the freaking iPhone 5 from back in the day in 2000.
Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I was reading the comments.
And what, 10 when it released? She can't even download games like freaking Fruit Ninja or Jetpack Joyride, bro. How do you expect her to enjoy life? Damn, bro.
You can call your friends now.
Yo, see if you can call your friends now.
Power button don't work.
And this is what they're doing in response. Putting holes in the back of the truck, bro. Oh.
Yo! Yeah, no, they just let his daughters do whatever the fuck they want in that house. They do what they just be like, Dad, shut the fuck up. You don't tell us what to do, bitch. His daughters do whatever the fuck they want in the house. Because I'm telling you right now, I could take your phone, throw it into Mount fucking Fiji, and I come back and I see one fucking hole in the back of my car. You won't have a house to live in. We won't even have a crib anymore. How mad I'm gonna get. I'm going to blow the whole fucking crib up. Y'all niggas are sleeping outside. And I'm sleeping underneath the y'all niggas have to sleep outside of the bus stop, like where there's no canopy, and I'm sleeping where the canopy part is. Don't talk to me. No, you cannot get underneath here when it starts raining. No, because you want to put holes in the back of the fucking truck and shit. No.
No, bro. And if you know anything about cars, bro, these fees are expensive as hell to replace. Who even is this, by the way, bro? Is this your friend? Did she recruit a homie to do this? And she's still going. With this nonchalant look, she has no fear of her parents sitting there looking like,
And what? What are you gonna do about it, huh? Dad? Mom? I don't care. I'm gonna, beat
the truck until you buy me a new phone. That's the thing. These kids be thinking that they're on the same level of authority as these parents, bro. Like, you gotta discipline them at some point, right? Maybe they shouldn't fear you to like a physical extent, but they should fear some type of punishment. I feel like grounding.
Nah, man. Hey, I'm too black. Like, hey, man. Hey. I think niggas just need the belt. I think niggas need to get hit with that fucking belt, bro. Niggas need that belt, bro. I'm tired of niggas saying the belt is not the way. The belt is the way, bro. Some niggas need that. Some niggas need that. For real. I'm tired of niggas saying niggas don't need a belt. We gotta go to Gentle Periton. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Some niggas need that fucking belt. I'm glad I got that belt, everyone. Now, was there some times I didn't deserve that belt? Absolutely, I didn't deserve that belt sometimes. But in the moments where I was doing fucked up shit and I knew I had no business doing, I'm glad I got that belt, nigga. It made me the man I am now. You feel me? A respectful, young, kind man. But some niggas need that belt for real, bro. No, genuinely, bro.
Or something, man. It just shows that you let them walk over you consistently for them to do.
Fuck that timeout. Fuck that sit in the corner. Fuck all that. Fuck all that, nigga. It's just gonna be belt. It's gonna be belt, bro. Bro. Belt the ass. BTA.
This because they didn't start out doing something this bad. In the comment section, the problem is with the parents, and I pretty much agree, bro. This is on the parents. I'm too black for this. No facts, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm black and Asian, okay? The black side, belt. Switch from the tree. The Asian side, sandal. I'm getting beat with a straw hat damn near, bro. It don't matter. This is something that ethnic families would just not allow, bro. When your son slaps the hell out of you, but you remember it's just a baby. Damn. I mean, this is kind of normal, okay? I'll say that.
That one is normal. My little brother, when he was a baby, he used to smack the piss out. I'd be like, damn, nigga, you strong as hell, ain't you? A little strong there.
Freaking babies, they be slapping sometimes, so I won't throw this one in there. I won't violate this baby, but you do it again, yo, I'm gonna be on your head. Brief intermission. If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure you sub to the channel. We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Now, remember when I mentioned earlier that those teachers came out of the woodworks to say that Gen Alpha was like all violent, lazy, couldn't read, couldn't write, they had problems or whatever. They're being reckless. They're putting their hands on people in school. That didn't stop, okay? So going on r/teachers, where teachers can vent their frustrations in their authentic self without fearing getting fired by the school boarders. This one from 4 months ago says that Gen Alpha struggles with writing ability. This one says that kids are not okay. To save y'all a yap session and a word salad, basically this is stating that for the past 2 years, Gen Alpha test scores were free falling and behaviors are escalating. As a teacher, I know I'm going to have to change this new generation, but how? I wish I could share the video, but they haven't graduated yet. New teachers wouldn't believe how drastically things have changed in 2.5 years. In just 2 years, test scores are free falling. Behaviors are getting more unruly. Kids are getting more violent. Even teachers sometimes are crashing out in classes. And as the teacher noted, this has all been happening really drastically in the last 2.5 years, bro. And for some of y'all out here that might be saying, oh, this was 7 months ago. This right here is from literally 2 days ago. Is this normal? Kids are glitching out. Glitching out? I started teaching music to 5-6-year-old kids. They can't express their thoughts. They glitch out. They stumble. They're struggling with their development. And the person's wondering if this is a normal thing or not. And I made a more in-depth video about
no. I mean, it is now, because every nigga grows up with the fucking the way I grew up, y'all. The way I grew up for about the first half of my life. For my kid life to the beginning of my teen life, I was outside. I wasn't on here watching YouTube. I wasn't on my phone playing games. I wasn't doing all this. I wasn't doing most of that for the most part, bro. Most of the time, I was outside, bro. I was outside riding the bikes, fucking bullshitting, just doing whatever, just outside being a kid. Most of these kids nowadays, by the time they turn 5 years old, they got a fucking iPhone 16 and a tablet, bro, and they running both of them at the same time. Shit's insane.
Violence within schools, but just to really drive in the point, kids in schools are bullying more. Like, according to this article I found, 34% of teenagers were bullied in the last 12 months. And according to another article, it states that bullying, perpetration, and victimization is at 67.1%. And of course, there's more statistics that talk about like the ethnicities and stuff, or like your demographic that pertains to bullying. For example, if you're a low income, or maybe if you're black / non-white Hispanic, you're more likely to be bullied, things like this. It is also important to note that it's hard to find statistics around Gen Alpha as a whole, because it just hasn't been that many years yet. Like, I think the further we go down, the more stats we're going to see on Gen Alpha, but our sample size is just not big enough to make insane conclusions. So there is a chance that Gen Alpha is not more violent than other generations, but in my opinion, I feel like the violence they have stems from like anger, rage, things like this that come from poor parenting and social media, or overdosing on dopamine, bro. So now I want
To
to
be fair though, well, would we be? Yeah, no, we would be Gen Alpha's. We're the Gen Z is Gen Alpha's parents. So it's on Gen Z, bro. We gotta start tightening it up, man.
get into why Gen Alpha kids are so aggressive. As I said, dopamine maxing, you know, if you're continuing to consume TV upon screen, upon tablet, upon this and that, and brain rot, things like this, you're constantly chasing that high, almost like a drug user. And what happens when a drug user doesn't have their drugs? They go through withdrawals. They start craving, they start itching, you know, like, give me my, you know? I mean, we all felt that before when we did crack for the first time and felt those itches and scratches. So I'm sure that Gen
When we did crack, I don't know. I didn't know this nigga started speaking that French. I didn't know you started taking that French class.
Alpha feels the same way when they're not getting their dopamine, bro. Coupled with the fact that their brains are not very developed at all, how do you expect them to feel when they're not getting what they want? That, coupled with the fact that their parents never really restrict them, they always get what they want. Whenever they're told no in school, or whenever they're faced with some type of roadblock or difficulty, they're gonna overreact and maybe crash out, which is why you see kids throwing things at TVs, why you see kids throwing chairs, why you see kids lashing out at school or other people, because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. They were never taught by their parents, they never learned it at home.
I could never imagine, bro. I could never imagine. Like, I did things that I thought was bad, but bro, if I would have, hey man,
They were always getting what they want. So when they don't get what they want, how do they act? And this shows, bro, if you have a kid and you're not raising them right, the moment you do decide to punish them, they might take it right back out on you. Whether they put their hands on you, they put their hands on your vehicle, it can get really scary. Now hold on, I know what some of y'all might be thinking at home. You see your kid doing that, you know, their first instinct is, you know, pull out the belt.
you already know. There's no need to talk.
And get to, oh, right?
Well, wrong.
According to the study, it says that physically punishing children in low and middle income countries has exclusively negative outcomes, including poor health, low academic performance, parasocial emotional development, yielding similar results to studies in wealthier nations.
Hell yeah, oh yeah. Well, we're gonna keep that cycle up. It went through me, now it's gonna go through you, brother. Pause. We're gonna keep that cycle going, man.
So more or less, punishing your child physically is not the way to go, and it actually makes things worse. So if you're wondering why some person's evil out there, it might be because, you know, there was hands put on them as a child. So if you can't put hands on a child, what do you?
I don't know about all that, man. I don't know. Cause I know a couple niggas that got that belt and they was evil as kids. They was some evil ass little kids. Bad ass little kids. Always into trouble. Always stealing. Just stealing from the stores. Just being bad, bro. Just being bad. They got that belt. They the most upstanding citizens to this day. They got a little bit of trauma, but hey, they upstanding citizens. They be taking care of all their bills. They don't be stealing no more. They good people. Yeah, they got a little trauma. But, you know, it is what it is.
Dude, this is where the discussion of gentle parenting comes in. So to define gentle parenting, it says that gentle parenting is a means of parenting without shame, blame, or punishment. That's the basics and most accurate definition. Now, I know what you might be thinking, oh, that's too soft. You know, kids, they need to learn the
Hard way.
They need to learn, you know, more to be a man. Which, you know, I'm hearing you out, okay?
No, bro. I think a little bit of soft parenting is fine, bro. But no, hell no. If my son throws his fucking remote through my $1,000 TV, he's getting the belt. There is no, now son, I understand you were mad at the Roblox game because that was your brain rot and he did steal it and you can't get it back and it makes you very upset and you don't know where to bring that anger at, but you don't want to, no. I'm going to give him that talk after he gets that fucking belt. After he gets that belt, I'm gonna give him that exact same talk I was just going up to when I was just talking about. After I wear it, after I give him the belt. And then after I give him about, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be good. I'm gonna be like, son, I'm about to go get some food. You hungry? And I'm gonna get him some food and we gonna be good. But he gonna have to get the belt. He gonna have to.
And in my opinion, I feel like there is a balance to it, okay? Gentle parenting isn't all wrong, but gentle parenting isn't all bad either. In the definition, shame, blame, or punishment, I understand shame. I understand blame. Punishment, I don't know. Because you don't want to be that person who's shaming their child publicly, right? Like those Instagram moms go on IG Live and expose their daughters when they're doing weird stuff.
What your name is? How old are you?
I'm 14.
Who were you? What you got? What happened?
I got caught here. House
With who?
with Jordan Smith.
And then there was punishment, okay? I feel like, bro, there needs to be some level of punishment. Don't you agree, bro? Like, taking away a device, grounding them for a day, that never hurt nobody for real, bro.
Bro, what is that? What is that gonna do? What is that going to do? What is that gonna do? Well, okay, maybe I'm thinking of me. I know if you would have took my fucking phone from me, say, here, let me see your phone. Okay, and take this shit. I'm about to go outside. Now, for me, a great punishment for me would have been you're on lockdown. I hated being on house arrest. I hated that shit. You're on house arrest. Yeah, I hated that shit. I can't lie. Damn, I hated that. But yeah. So maybe that would be like a punishment. Maybe that would be like something I incorporate as well. But if you think that ass whippings are getting lost into the art of time, it's just not happening. They still gonna be. It's gonna be on the car. It's still gonna be on the table for sure.
It makes them know what they're missing out on. Me personally, I definitely feel like you gotta punish a kid just so they kind of know what they can and can't do. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep like pushing the boundaries. Like you can even see it with a baby, bro. They're gonna test you. They're gonna test you and test you and test you. And then when they find out the consequences of it, that's when they lock in and be like, okay, I can't do that. Same thing when you're training a dog. And no, I don't want to compare raising a freaking kid to treating a dog, but you get what I'm saying. You gotta, lay the boundaries and lay the law. And if they do cross those boundaries, you gotta, show them the consequences. And that same thing is gonna happen in their adulthood. So you want to teach them that early. There are consequences to serve.
I mean, bro, when I don't know. Maybe it's just ways people grow up. Cause I know when I was a kid, I used to get my hands popped. I used to get my legs popped. Cause when I used to just always be trying to get in this shit. I used to be crawling around trying to get in this shit. My mom would pop my legs. No, Corey, you don't do that. And as my brothers would grow up and they would start getting this shit, she'd pop his hands. No, you don't touch the stuff. You don't touch the oven. No, pop his hands. Bro, I'm not, bro. Come on, man.
Certain actions. In my opinion, the answer is not to get rid of gentle parenting. My answer is not to do physical punishment, and my answer is also not to shame. But my answer is to be slightly strict, limiting things that they can access while they're in trouble, punishing them, but not physically, and not overdoing it, bro.
I would say when I have a kid, it's going to be a mix of gentle parenting and old school parenting put together, like this, right down the middle. Because there's a few times, like I just said, there's a few times where I know I didn't deserve no ass whipping, but my pops or my mom was just giving ass whippings out because that's how they was raised. Any little thing, they was giving ass whippings out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes all I needed was a talking to, but I got ass whipping instead. It still worked, but it's left me with a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But I'm gonna be in the middle. I'm definitely not gonna be fully gentle. So no, we're not doing that. You're gonna go spend 30 minutes in the corner and give me your phone as well. Yep, give me the phone, and I don't want to see any TV time. I'm not doing, like, that's going to be a part of it, but if that, hey, we can try that first, and then when I see that that's not working.
Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. What do you think about today's video? Do you think that kids are getting more violent? Kids are putting their hands on?
I don't know. I honestly do not know. I don't think so. I don't think they're getting more violent. I think we just see a lot more and hear about a lot more because they were so much more connected as people now. We have the internet just connects everybody. But with that being said though, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in a Plymouth Barracuda. I got my gun on, yeah, she know I'm